What's up, bro? Welcome back to Cancel Thoughts. It's your boy, Better Days here. Candace Owens is one of my favorite people on the internet, guys. I think she's smart, she's beautiful, she's well-spoken, and she's fearless. And I think she's probably one of the only good role models that I see on the internet for women nowadays, which says a lot about our society. But very recently, she did a sit-down interview with Nick Cannon where they talked about a range of controversial topics. And I'm going to be showing you guys a quick clip from it today. But before we get into that, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you guys to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. I'm trying to make sure as many people find this channel as possible. And the only way I'm going to do that is with you guys' help.
The words, the knowledge that you have, that if you, not even if you say it wrong, if you say it correctly, they're going to dice it up and use it for evil. And in that sense, if you want to continue the mission of good, if you want to continue the mission of God, you have to you got to rise to a higher frequency and say, you know what? I apologize that I hurt you. And
I can't do that. If I told the truth and you got hurt by it, I can't apologize.
Why?
I absolutely refuse to do that.
What is stopping the goodness in me?
Because then I would be lying. I am never sorry when I tell someone the truth. I'm never sorry when I tell someone the truth. No.
You're a mother. You're a mother.
She shouldn't be sorry for telling anybody the truth, because the truth is what should take precedent in all situations. I don't understand how we got to this place in our society where a lot of people have such a problem with the truth. You guys need to grow the fuck up. I started a channel that's called Cancel Thoughts because we're going to be having a bunch of controversial topics on this channel, and a lot of people give me a bunch of vitriol in our comment section or whatever. And listen, it is what it is. I signed up for what I signed up for, but the amount of people that I see in the internet and in my comment section that just cannot handle the basic truth is just so flagrantly wild to me. It's like, people should not be afraid to tell the truth. If you have a problem with somebody telling you the truth, you need to grow the fuck up and you need to literally realize that,
facts don't care about your feelings.
The truth is going to be the truth whether you like it or not. Nobody gives a damn about your feelings and how you feel about it. And stop trying to compel other people to live in whatever delusional reality that you're living in.
Mother, yeah.
And you know your children's feelings.
We're not dealing with children. That's the problem. We're dealing with adults. Yeah. So the idea of me apologizing and this is funny because I was texting earlier with Ray J. He saw a clip of me and Don Lemon, and he was saying,
that's a hilarious clip. Just you texting with Ray J.
And Don Lemon was looking for an apology. Oh, this clip. Oh. Yeah. And Don Lemon was looking for an apology, but Ray J, I guess, was saying that he knew some trans women, and I'm like,
he has a whole trans network,
and it's just whatever he's doing there. Yeah. To me, is demonic. It's demonic. It's because it's a lie. Okay. And so I was like, yes, let's have a conversation. Of course, respectfully. If you say to me, you should respect people, I always respect people. I would disrespect you if I lied to you. I'm not going to call a man a woman. I'm not going to call a woman a man. I'm not going to say sorry for telling the truth.
Your beliefs.
It's not my.
It takes a lot of balls and it takes a lot of guts for her to get on this public platform and say some of the stuff that she says. And I'm with her. Listen, a lot of you people out there on the internet are fucking insane. A man cannot be a woman cannot be a man. Listen, the whole transgender thing is not something that I get into a lot on this channel because I don't necessarily care too much about it because it doesn't affect me. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of these people who try to compel speech and tell you that you have to call them a man or tell you have to call them a woman or whatever when they're in fact the opposite gender, to me is just,
you need to get some help.
If you ever come to me in my personal life and say any of this stuff to me, bro, you need to get out of my face and me and you are gonna have a problem. Like, we have to live in an objective reality. People's feelings are their feelings and they're entitled to have them or whatever, but the rest of us do not have to be insane just because you're insane. I'm sorry, it's just the reality of the situation.
My belief, a woman cannot be a man and a man cannot be a woman. That's not a belief.
But I'm saying, in your perception of the world is different from someone else's perspective, because just as emphatic as you are, that you believe what you just said, there's someone that believes emphatically the opposite.
Okay.
If we can't just pinpoint what objective reality is, then that means every single thing is subjective. And if every single thing is subjective, you then open up the door to having atrocities be committed in society and people calling it compassion, like cutting off genitalia of children who don't necessarily know what's going on, profiting off it. Listen, the rabbit hole goes very, very deep here, and I think she gets into it. So let's just continue. But there has to be an objective truth. We need to live in some semblance of reality. Otherwise, we are lost.
So what you're talking about is the idea that everything can be subjective and there's no such thing as truth. And let me tell you why that. But that's why it's either a yes or a no.
No, because we're either talking about feelings or facts.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I believe there is objective.
If we're talking about feelings and facts, what should take precedent? I don't. People have their feelings. Listen, I'm not somebody who thinks that people have to believe what I believe. Believe whatever you want to believe, but there is an objective fact. When you're saying we're talking about feelings and we're talking about facts, that's true. But what should take priority there?
Objective truth, okay?
Okay.
A person that is born a man, okay, a person that is born with a penis, as we call it, okay, cannot ever grow up and give birth. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so there is such...
The fact that he even had to think about that is... It is so bothersome to me. Like, that is a simple yes. Like, I don't understand. Listen, someone like Nick Cannon, and I don't think Nick Cannon believes a lot of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, especially in this podcast that I watch. But the reality is he works in Hollywood and he has to deal with a lot of this stuff, and he can't necessarily have his opinions or whatnot because he's going to get canceled and his money's going to be affected, and I get it. But the reality of the situation is the fact that you even have to stop there and pause and think, yeah, like, come on, bro.
Such thing as an objective truth. I will not apologize for sharing objective truth. I'm not going to apologize for not saying because his feelings are hurt and do you see how I feel? Because
Because so you have no problem going throughout the world hurting people's feelings.
I have no problem going out the world. That's one way to pitch it. Telling people the truth so that they can better their lives. So they can live in reality and not the one, not the fantasy land that they're creating for their lives. But what if someone
believes that is a better life for them?
Okay, well, let's play it your way then. Let's do it the other way. There are a group of people who are now referring to themselves as minor attracted people.
Oh, I knew you was going. Can't go there.
Hey.
Why can't you go there? Because that's where this goes. That is where this goes. If we cannot have an objective reality and we cannot tell the truth about things, that is where this goes. People call themselves minor attracted persons. These are pedophiles, and we need to call them pedophiles. Otherwise, they will just continue to do the things that they do, and they will think it's okay, and society will just devolve into a dystopian future. And I don't want to live in that world. I don't know about a lot of you guys, but I don't want to live in a world where people are calling themselves minor attracted people.
But that's what they believe. They believe that they are in love and want to have sex with children. They believe that, Nick. They believe it. And are you going to apologize when you call them pedophiles? Are you going to apologize, Nick? Are you going to have them on your podcast? Don't you understand how they feel on the inside when you say that they can't have sex with 8-year-olds?
That is a hell of a point.
And there's no rebuttal to it because you understand what the truth is and the truth matters. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't think Nick Cannon believes any of the stuff that happens there. I'm telling you guys this. He works in Hollywood and he has to deal with some of this stuff. And that's the only reason that he says some of the stuff that he says, because he's a smart person. He's an intelligent person. I don't necessarily think he's somebody who has no morals. I just think he's willing to compromise those morals sometimes when his money's being affected. And listen, a lot of people will make that same decision.
The slippery slope is not a fallacy. It is reality. We are living the slippery slope. So somebody's going to have to produce the wall. So there's going to be a lot of voices that need to be objective and tell people the truth. I'm very happy to be those voices. If you're looking for me to, make you feel good, I can't be your mommy. I can't. That's why I tell people, I can't be your mommy.
But see, that's what I was saying.
I'm not your mommy. You're not a toddler. You're an adult.
But see,
this is what truth is. And if you can't deal with truth, then you're going to have a very tough life, way tougher than having to listen to Candace Owens say, you are a man on the internet.
So, but, again, in your own...
Oh my God, there is no but. People like Nick Cannon, you need to stop this, bro. We know that you don't believe this nonsense. You need to start speaking the truth, and I think the world is starting to move back to some semblance of normalcy, but you need to start speaking the truth on the internet because that's the only way that this stuff is going to be eradicated. We cannot have these conversations about dumb stuff that doesn't make any sense, and you try to advocate you try to be the devil's advocate. You just can't do it.
In your ultimate goal, what is your ultimate goal?
For my children to grow up in a world that is still dictated by reality and not feelings, because that's the thing. We are passing this world off. So you have to appreciate that we're now the adults. We're the adults in the room, right? And right now we have a bunch of adults who are too scared to even say the truth. So forget the generations who had to find within themselves the strength to go to a foreign country and potentially die fighting for freedom. We're now a generation where it's so easy for us to preserve freedom. It's so easy for us to preserve righteousness. We just have to be willing to be called mean names on the internet and have mean articles written about me. People say to me, oh, Candace, how do you deal with all this hate? I don't care. Literally, I don't care. It's like I really hope people listening to this understand, before you even write that comment, how little of a shit I give about it.
And this is one of the reasons that I love her. She says what she means and means what she says, and she doesn't give a damn. Listen, I mentioned earlier that I get a lot of vitriol in my comment section. I feel the exact same way that she does. Listen, you can have a problem with whatever I say on this internet, whatever I say on this channel. It's not going to have any bearing on my life, okay? You can leave all the mean comments you want. I do not give a fuck. I'm going to say that over and over again until it reaches into people's skulls. I don't care. The truth matters, and it's always going to matter. And at the end of the day, when we all die, there is going to be a reckoning, and you're going to meet your maker, and it's going to judge you accordingly to what you did on this planet.
Whether you like it or not.
If you lived a life of righteousness on this planet, cool. If you didn't, you're going to be going to that other place, and I don't necessarily want to be one of those people who end up in that other place. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I think she talks about a whole lot more, but the video is about 45 minutes long for this. I think they did 2 of them, actually, so I'm going to probably try to link it in the comments down below or in the description down below or whatever, but
she's incredible.
She was spot on here. Listen, the truth is the truth, and a lot of you people out there on the internet and a lot of adults in general just have a problem with the truth, and you guys need to really reevaluate why it is that you have a problem with the truth, and you need to understand yourself, but you also need to understand that you guys are living in a world now that you guys are gonna have to pass off, as you mentioned there. Do you want to leave the world better than you found it, or do you want to leave it worse than you found it? Because if we continue to go down the path of people just lying just to get along and going along just to get along or whatever,
we're screwed.
Listen, the world is just going to degenerate into chaos, and we're going to be living in dystopian times, and I don't necessarily want to live in that world. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this entire video and what you guys think about Candace Owens as a person. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this video. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I really do appreciate you. If you liked what you heard today, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you didn't like what you heard, thanks for watching the whole video. Consider leaving a comment in the comment section and telling me exactly what you disagreed with. Either way, thanks for joining me on this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.